If you haven't watched the last episode, you should watch it before this one. Welcome back to F1 Manager. We're doing our Mercedes career. So let's get into it. Last time we hired a few new staff. We stole the Ferrari staff. He doesn't like it, I guess, because he has low morale. He's good at everything but the chassis area, so I guess we need to work on that a little more. This is Paulo, whatever this person's name called. And he's from Red Bull. I think we stole him from Red Bull. Yeah, I think it's Red Bull, because they replaced him with our old head of aerodynamics. And we still have our race engineer, Bono, and Marcus Dooley. Still have sporting director Ron Meadows as well. We kept our driver lineup, and we're going to the round 2, Saudi Arabia, or street course, which is good for top speed. Our car is pretty good top speed compared to the average. We're 7th overall, which is like 4th or 5th, one of those. So I think we'll do okay. Not that good, but we need to work on some of this stuff. So we upgraded our helipad. Remember to upgrade this helipad because it gives you more money for sponsor payouts. Also, we're upgrading a bunch of other stuff, including our car development facilities like the design center. They give us better staff and like other stuff like that. So we're all in here. Key staff, sponsor obligations. We're gonna continue. Upgrade the boardroom. That means better expectations. The board was satisfied with Bahrain last time we were there, but they were disappointed in their finances because we went into debt a bit. But we just hope we don't go into debt again. We upgrade our weather center, and our helipad got upgraded again. So let's go back to upgrade this again to give us more sponsor payout, because we want that sponsor payout because we need money. So I can guarantee Q2. I can also guarantee, if we're gonna guarantee Q2, I think we should guarantee at least 15 on both spots. Because I believe in the car, kind of. Our driver lineup, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, to go into the race, or no, the practice sessions.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The circuit at Jeddah, spread along streets that run next to the Red Sea, is one of Formula One's highest speed tracks. It's a test of skill from start to finish, with cars just millimeters from the wall. The Jeddah street circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But as it's only round 2, there's still plenty of time for that to change.
Now let's get the weekend underway.
Okay, we're into practice 1. We got our 2 drivers, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. I'm not going to be switching out the Schumacher because we're not really research him. We're going to probably get a new reserve driver for next season. Or, yeah, we're going to probably replace him for someone like Teo Pescher, which I know develops very good in this game. So I think we should probably rely on him. I'm just going to do practice, and I'll come back once qualifying starts. Red flag during practice 3.
So we've got a red
What happened?
flag, a red flag.
Let's take a closer look.
This Valtteri. Playing with the Red Bulls. Also going. Oh,
And oh, that's obviously far from intentional, but there was contact.
just got both
The team won't
obliterated.
want
Oh,
to see
there
that
goes
happen again in
Piastri.
these practice
Around there.
sessions.
Barely able to avoid them. Caused the red flag come out.
And not much that the team can do about that one.
Seems like just did a big wreck. Still have the rep. We still have practice, so I'm gonna continue doing practice now. Okay, end of practice 3. We got George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. They're last because I put a lot of fuel and put the hearts on. Made them do a long run because their setups were good. So we maxed out setup satisfaction and car part knowledge as well. We got 97 for Lewis on driver preparation and 93 on George. Fortunately, we couldn't get the track acclimatization because there was a red flag in practice 3 right before then. So it shortened the time we had left to do it.
Moving on now.
So we're on the qualifying session now. Promised a Q2 and the qualifying position at least 15th for both drivers. Nico Hulkenberg got penalty because he collided with, I think, Charles Leclerc in practice 1. So he'll be starting back a little further than expected. We're gonna start qualifying. Gonna manage it. So we're gonna see how this goes. So we're just gonna wait until someone goes out. I think we should go when someone goes out, so we time it correctly. We should go now. So we're gonna watch George. We're gonna watch Lewis Hamilton's lap actually.
Out lap critical. Covering.
I need to see the tires. They're pretty cold right now. I'm keeping them on manual control because I think the AI does a better job at qualifying than I do. At least on like these short runs. So we're gonna keep them on automatic control for these things. So I'm not gonna take it. We're just gonna warm up the tires and do a qualifying lap. So speed it up. They're probably gonna get blocked by someone around here. Let's hope not. Actually, let's look at George's POV. See if they get blocked by anybody. It might not me, but I'm gonna take a just gonna ride on top of George. So George doesn't seem like he's getting held up by this K-Mag. Lewis might be. No, he got past pretty easily. He got past Sonoda. He got past one of the Williams pretty easily too. Lewis got a little blocked on that one. Doesn't seem like we got actually blocked during this flying lap, so I think we're fine on this first run. I don't think I will have to do another run in Q1. I'm just doing this at a lap time and then go to Q2.
Follow the dash.
So I think we're fast enough to make Q2 off of these times. We could just skip through. We don't have to do another run because that would be just wasting tires. So we're just gonna run these times and they'll be fine. At least. Because all of these other people can't score faster times. They're probably not even make up 7/10, unless they were held up on their lap like Verstappen probably was, because he's 1 second behind. these probably people probably weren't held up by anyone, so except Signs maybe, but they probably weren't held up, so I don't have to do another run because I don't think they're gonna improve that much times at least. Sargent's down in 19th, and these people in the dropout zone. Norris is in the dropout zone. That's why the exclamation mark. That's a concern for McLaren. They're not managing McLaren. Jeez. So we got in DQ2. We already successfully got this sponsor goal, so we already got guaranteed $115,000. We could lose $28,000 on this one, but I think it's fine. We already guaranteed top 10, so we could lose $500,000 on that. We're not planning to lose $500,000. We're gonna use a U set because it's not a really big influence benefit. See, the lap time will be 0-0 difference right here. So there's no difference between used tires really. Maybe like 100th or 1,000, one of those. But it's not gonna impact that much. So I'm just gonna manage it again. This time we might actually have to send out 2 runs, but that just might be just consideration that we might get held up during a lap for either one of these drivers. So we're just waiting for the optimal time. I think we should wait until Gasly passes and then deploy both of our drivers. I put them too close behind, maybe. I might have put them too close. I don't know how to really do that, so. They got right in between those 2 Ferraris. I'm hoping that they're not fighting right now on their qualifying lap.
So currently,
So they're 1 second behind the
so we're
Perez,
lap
but
lap.
I think it's good enough for a lap time.
Call the car.
Unless they go to the bottom. Possibly I need to redo Russell's lap. Put on the used softs again. Okay, I'm gonna deploy him now. Right behind Gasly. So, because Gasly's on a push lap, he might go further. I think he might on a push lap. Yeah, he's on the in lap. He's on the in lap. So Russell's gonna try to get that up into the top
Yeah, you've taken
10
the
better.
flag.
So, there we go. Does he barely make it? I don't know. Kevin Magnussen barely doesn't make it through. And both our drivers make it through. Nico Hulkenberg has a penalty, make it also through. So if he qualifies P10, he'll be really qualifying P15, replacing Nick DeVries. So Nick DeVries will actually get P14, if so, I think. We're gonna send them on a U soft again on Q3, but then on the second run we're just gonna send them on a new set of softs on the second run. So we're gonna start this off, send them out. This quality lap doesn't matter as much. If they get blocked, they get blocked. But hoping still not get blocked. Get a lap time down either way. I think I just definitely got blocked there.
Currently
But
P2.
let's just get
So we're happy with
a
that
new
lap.
set of softs on this
So
car,
just confirming
and
the
I think we
box
could get a
is
better quality time overall. So just get a new set of softs we have left over. We got 2 sets of softs for the race, for alternate race strategies. I think we should deploy them now. So then we get stuck between Alonso and Hulkenberg, which are on their push laps, which means they could help hold up my driver, so I decided to put Hamilton Russell slightly early. Let's see how they qualify.
So we have
Qualify P7, P8. Right for Hulkenberg and also Ocon, but behind the both Astons and Ferraris. So, seems like the Red Bulls might win again, but It's just speculation. It's just probably gonna happen. We're gonna look at the strategies. They're fine, but it's always nice to look at the practice reports and see the compound differences, like how hard tire is about 1 second off pace, or 9/10. One or the other. And this the medium compound is only 3 to 4/10 off pace. So, and we'll look at the tire deg. The tire deg is pretty high for the softs. It'll be 9/10 every 10 laps. So it'd be matching the hards by lap, probably like 11 or 12. And on the hards, actually it'll probably not match by lap 10 because this will also match it. So the softs are pretty okay. The mediums lose 6/10, which means this will be 28.9, matching around the hards area, but this will be also a 28.8 after 10 laps. So this will help us decide our conclusion. So since we're going about 20 laps on the softs, it'd be wise to go back onto the medium, to be on the mediums instead, because the tire deg is slightly higher on the soft, so they match lap time by lap 20, and I think the mediums are slightly better. I'm gonna move it back about one lap right there. I'm gonna keep Lewis on the regular stretch, so the 1 lap between, so they don't double stack if they're close enough together. If they are not close enough together, I will stop them slightly earlier, and they will both pit at the same time, but they will be not double stacking. Let's start the race.
The drivers are lined up on the grid here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights. And here's George Russell settling in for the race.
They find themselves starting in P7 and eyeing up a handful of points.
Right, let's get to it then. We're now moments away from this, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
So we got our drivers here. We're gonna ride on board with Lewis right now, and George, I mean, because they're gonna be fighting each other a lot. Lewis is right here. He's fighting the Alpine, and it seems like Stroll's got a bad launch, so Hamilton's gonna fall back to 9th place. He's gonna get attacked by Albon. Let's push him so he doesn't fall behind the Williams, because we don't need him behind a slower car. It doesn't seem like it worked because Albon still got passed. Because overtaking's pretty hard in this game for your AI.
Anything could happen, Lewis. Let's just keep our heads down.
So he sounds pretty. Confidence is very low. So we're just trying to get him in front of everyone so we could get some points. Gonna get around Albon. Albon's being pretty hard on the defending, so I don't think we should pass him. Though he's on softs and we're on mediums, everyone else is on mediums as well, except Stroll and Albon and Leclerc and Alonso. Oh. Well, the game's crashed. That's disappointing, but I'll just start the game again. Really disappointing of the game to crash on me like that, but I guess it did. And we're back in, I think. Okay. Yep, skip the logo, skip the intro. Yep. So, yeah, continue the race, I guess. That's all I could really do, can you? Just, disappointing. Hopefully they get those bug fixes in. But, it's always, gonna great to have a new game to play with, so I can't really complain. Sometimes you could save during the actual races, so this could be a benefit if like something goes wrong with the game, like it crashes, like it often does. But just gonna redo this again.
The drivers are lined up on the grid here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights. Our attention shifts to Lewis Hamilton, what he can produce in this race.
Starting P8 is decent for them, provided they keep the race clean. There's points on the table.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, we're back at the race, and it's gonna start again for the second time in a row. Okay.
And it's lights out.
So this time we're gonna actually deploy both of them at the beginning, and hopefully I don't get held up by Stroll and whatever happened there. Let's go Hamilton's helmet cam. Well, he got held up by Stroll again, I see. But Occon's going around the inside, outside, whatever. Albon's helmet right there. But seems like Lewis has still lost the spot, despite Oliver trying and a restart technically. He has still lost that spot to Ocon, unfortunately. Let's just speed up the race. Lewis gonna lose that Albon's position, so we're gonna back off on the ERS deploying because it's gonna use all our ERS to do that. We're gonna rely on that DRS to help us out. Get away from Albon, which we're now 1 second away from Albon. So right now we're just trying to catch the two drivers. Or the one driver of Ocon right now. He's not in DRS of George. DRS is on George, is with Stroll. I'm gonna turn off the fuel usage because it's gonna be used too much and we're gonna make the race at the end, so just hoping to save some fuel on this run. Maybe I'll regenerate the entire race. Hopefully we get a safety car, maybe. Not from our cars though, so we don't want them crashing. So now we're all at the DRS range for Ocon. So it's just Lewis and Russell just fighting Stroll right now. Stroll isn't technically a better car, but we're gonna try fighting him. Because he's Lance Stroll, he probably will not stay in front that much longer. He's on the softs too, so that means he's on the alternate strategy. We're technically not fighting for him. But we'll probably get him by the end of the race, since the hards at the end will get him, because he's going to have so much tire degradation at the end, since he's boxing earlier with the softs. And we're boxing with the mediums, that means we'll take a later stop, and therefore have a better tire deg at the end of the race, so we can catch up to him at the end and push. So Stroll, Hamilton takes over Stroll, but Stroll takes back. And it's still a cakewalk for Perez and Verstappen, which are fighting each other, which could cause an incident. Because Verstappen, I'm pretty sure, has high aggression, therefore could probably take out his teammate. But that is yet to be seen.
It's not going to be long now, mate.
So they're in the pit window. Hopefully Stroll doesn't do the same pit lap, because Stroll is on an alternate strategy, and that means we won't have the benefit. There goes, he pits. Russell and Hamilton are about less than a second away from each other. I'm gonna tell Russell to back off. I'm not gonna tell him to fight his teammate because he's just losing time that way. So we're not gonna double stack because that's idiotic. We're just gonna tell him he's gonna pit next lap. And then we're gonna tell Lewis he's gonna pit this lap.
box. Coming box.
Hopefully I didn't accidentally do a command which made them double box. Okay. Hamilton had a slow stop.
Karun
This
Chandler, talk us through this one.
is bad
Team and
because
Mercedes are waiting.
what happened? I don't know why the Mercedes is like
But
split.
something's not right.
Something's not right for sure, Karun. The car is slightly forward in the pit box. Out of the pit box, I would even say. So, he is no longer with Stroll. That's bad. Because Stroll is our main competitor, and we're not with him. So I'm going to use all the ERS to catch it back up with
Low
him.
battery at the moment.
We're telling Lewis not to fight his teammate. Because he is trying to gain time, not lose time to others. So don't fight your teammate. But also don't lose the DRS. Because, that's bad. Okay, try to take back Gasly's spot. It's the main issue. So take back Gasly's spot, it'll be good. Stroll went on the mediums, which is weird. So he's trying to do a soft medium stop, or he's gonna do a soft medium soft stop. So if he does that, he might get us at the end actually. We're gonna tell Russell not to fight Hamilton, because we're not trying to get out of contact here. So, this race, red flag is out. Red flag. It's for Lance Stroll, our competitor. He bends it into the wall, as Lance Stroll does, and then lands on the track. So, red flag on the second race of our season. And it seems like Aston Martin's devastated. So we're 7th, 8th right now. Of course, we'll be 6th by the end time this ends. We're gonna put them both onto. Well, actually, let's see. How many laps left do we have? We have 15 laps left. Means we could technically do the softs for this race, so let's do speed up. We put them both on the softs. Everyone's on the softs. So we're gonna miss Lance Stroll because Lance Stroll retired. Now we're gonna deploy on both strategies and push. It's important. It's hammer time basically. Hammer time, Lewis. So right now, we're fighting Alonso and Ocon, which Ocon has never lifted off. Actually, now he's lifted off. So, Hamilton seems like he's very happy with that overtake on Alonso, which is great, but Alonso's probably going to take him back, so. Let's see how that's going to happen. Russell's gonna get past Alonso. We need to lose that DRS. So, Russell to back off on the DRS deployed. I'm gonna go back on deploy. I'm hoping we could overtake the Ferraris. Maybe Alonso will overtake us because we're there and he's got a better car technically, so he should be able to take over. Theoretically. And Alonso supposedly is one of the best drivers in the game. Or technically yeah, he is. But I'm not sure he's performing up to that level, so. Got Hamilton up to podium position. Russell's slightly behind. I'm gonna ask him to push a bit more on the tires. It's a bit hot, so I'm gonna push him, tell him to pull it down. Verstappen's crashed.
And there's been quite a crash.
It's what is it? It's between Perez, Sergio Perez, He gets tangled with Max Verstappen, loses that front wing.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I do agree with Sergio Perez. It's unbelievable.
If we could just drop back a bit. Sorry.
Is Lewis Hamilton gonna win this race? Are you kidding me? Push. Push. Fight for your life. Everything it stands for. Go for it. Fight for your life, Lewis. It's your only chance to win.
Just use the tyres.
Lewis Hamilton will win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Get in there, Lewis!
I need to see this.
Lewis
How this would
Hamilton
work.
picks up the win.
So, with teammate conflict and all that stuff, Lewis Hamilton has somehow came up on top, our driver.
And
We
that
somehow
happens when you
won.
drive with such skill and passion. They barely put a foot wrong.
Thank you, Max Verstappen. You're my hero. You've taken out your teammate from winning contention and allowed Lewis Hamilton, of all people, to win for some reason. The text went outside the box slightly.
Okay, so we've taken the flag.
P5 for George and P1 for Lewis. I don't know what type of luck
Wow,
this
what a
is,
fantastic
but it's amazing. I don't even know what to think. We move up to third. We were in third. We are in third. Cemented 1 point behind Ferrari right now. And Lewis is leading the championship right now by 0 points because he's tied with Sergio. Max Verstappen's in third. Charles Leclerc fourth. George goes up 2 spots, the 6th. And we just won the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at Jeddah, the Jeddah circuit. We didn't have a very fast pit stop. We didn't get any points. Unfortunately, because these can give you money. The championship standings can give you money at the end of the season. Unfortunately, we did not win it, but we won the race right there. And George has improved. Our simulator has been upgraded, and we have won. So we have some tension between George and his race engineer, and everything's fine in the car. The board is extremely happy with Jeddah. We're below the target, but it's fine because we just won a race, and it's been great. This we'll have to wait for next time. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, please. And we'll see you at the Australian Grand Prix next time in F1 Manager 23. See ya.